Aha. All right. So now we're live, I guess. Man, why is this always so confusing? When you when you're an audience member, you think, "Come on, guy, man, get your shit together." But once you're doing it yourself, you just have to. There we go. You do it yourself, and you have to press all the buttons, and you have to do the whole actually going live thing. Then all of a sudden, you think, "Wait, am I live now? What's happening?" Such a weird experience. Anyway, oh man, I feel like Richard right now. I'm tweeting right now that I'm live. Well, welcome, people. So, what I want to, as you maybe have seen already, this stream is called The Mark Side. And there's one particular reason of why it's called The Mark Side. And that is like seriously, the only reason for that is that if I get people that want to be on my stream, if I get guests, I can start the show by welcome to the Mark Side. I can say that to my guests, and that's literally pretty much the only reason why I called it the Mark Side. Now, while I was trying to go live, I was already talking because I thought, well, maybe I'm live, maybe not, doesn't really matter. But I said I'm just happy I don't do this for money, this whole streaming, because now I can just mess around, I can just make jokes, and there are no expectations or whatever, and we can just mess around. That's the only way this is going to be fun. Now, I tweeted out just like an hour ago or something if I should do a live, and later on I was thinking, well, it doesn't really matter, I'll go live anyways. It doesn't really matter what people say, although it's kind of funny to see the reaction, I guess. But I was tweeting about if I should do a live stream about why, or the process that I found is really effective for me to basically be able to do anything. Because I was just thinking today, and all of a sudden I got really hyped because, again, something that I wanted succeeded, and everything is just easy. Everything is just flowing the right way. And it seems I'm doing everything kind of effortlessly. And yeah, I want to share that with people because I know a lot of people have asked me how I'm so relaxed all the time and how I'm so chill. And it's not, when I say those things, also some people say, well, stop thinking so highly of yourself. And it's like, I think highly of myself because why wouldn't you? But most of it, what I'm saying, I actually hear from other people, and then I just take it with me because that's apparently the way people see me. And I also get a lot of people throughout my days asking me how am I so chill, or how I'm doing all kinds of things, and it just all seems to work. And I know a lot of people are struggling with certain things. It's just kind of selfish for me to not do anything with it. Like if I get that feedback of it seems to be so easy for you and it's not easy for me, and if I then say, well, I can't do a live stream because I don't want to talk about how good I am, and because I might look a little bit selfish or egotistical, if that's a word, then I'm hurting other people by being silent. And so yeah, I just wanted to talk about the process that I found for me to be very effective to be able to do anything. And it's not even about the skills that you have. It's not even about the luck that you have. It's really about the mindset that you have in finding new people. I was just writing a little bit about for myself to just write out what actually that process is. And I have to tell you, I haven't written it out completely. It's just a thought that I have real quick, and I thought to share it. Most of it comes down to actually knowing the right people. You've heard it probably online somewhere, where wealthy people say, well, you can take away all my money, that's fine, but just don't take away all my contacts, don't take away all my skills. And there's knowledge behind that, there's power behind that, because yeah, you probably already heard all about this. You can take away all the money, but if you still have the skills and the contacts, you will get your money back like this, because it's pretty easy once you have the people and the knowledge and the skills, because that's what got that money in the first place, right? And so if you think about that, you shouldn't be focusing on really the, like, if we take money as a result, you shouldn't really take results as a measurement or as a goal. You should more get the people and the knowledge and the skills as a goal, right? A lot of people still don't do that, and a lot of people still have the money in kind of the as a result in their mind, and well, that just doesn't really work like that, right? Throughout my life, so I finished university about 3 years ago. Yeah, I think 3 years ago. Doesn't really matter. And before I finished university, I couldn't do anything. Like, I did not have any skill. I was just sitting there listening to people, and that was it. And that's basically how our whole school system works, and it's pretty flawed. But I was thinking, well, if I get away from the school system, if I am done with school, then what am I going to do? Because I don't have any skills. I'm not valuable to anyone. So who's going to pay me to do anything, right? And so I just started to do some skills, and I wasn't really in the place where I am at right now. So I also had no idea what to do. I had no idea how to get where I want to be, and I didn't even know what I wanted to have or be. So I just started to do stuff. Just started to help people. And that's a really good way if you don't know what to do, because I also know a lot of people that are in that exact space where they don't know what to do or they don't know where to go. Just go and help people. People always want help. If you're like, you can just give people free help. You're a pretty cool person if you do that. And if you just if you're humble enough and you actually ask people, hey, I just want to learn from you, can I help you with anything? Everyone is going to say yes. Everyone that's smart is going to say yes. So yeah, you can do that. And so I started to do that, and through that I found out that I kind of liked videography. It wasn't really that I found my passion or whatever. I just thought, hey, I kind of like this. This makes me not have to sit in an office all the time, and not a lot of people can do it, and it earns a lot of money. So let's just do it. Now, I was completely shit at it. I wasn't really good. But I just started to help people and started to make free videos for people. And all of a sudden I got better and better. And that's the part of the skill. I didn't really start the thing with, oh, wait, what happens if this goes wrong? Or what happens if this happens? But all those things doesn't really matter, right? You just go there and you get the knowledge and you get the skills. Worst case scenario, you stop making videos and you know a little bit more about videos and putting everything in a nice composition and all that, and then you can apply that to whatever comes next. And so that's a big piece. Like, just do stuff so you have more knowledge about different things. Yeah, so I just started to make a lot of videos, and this is really where I started to understand for myself, hey, if I can just do stuff, I get better, and then I can just by word of mouth, I don't even have to do actually a lot of things to market myself. I just have to be cool with people, and I have to be putting out quality content. I really found out how important it is to have good relationships with people, and I see this everywhere, where everyone is just, they like their own skills and they want to earn as much money as possible. And then when they get a client, they get as much money as possible out of the client. And then the client gets the work, and it's kind of, yeah, all right. And the relationship isn't that good. There's not a lot of time invested in the relationship. And then you just lose the client. Whereas what I found is that I actually started a relationship with the client. I started to become friends with the client. And guess who came back? The client. And guess who didn't have to work to get more money? Me. I just sat behind my computer and someone came to me and said, hey, this was cool. So let's do it again. And let's do it again. And let's do it again. And so I didn't spend any money on marketing. I just didn't spend anything on whatever. People just came to me, word of mouth, and the clients that stayed, because I was actually chill with the people. When people asked the question, I explained it to them. When someone actually asked me, hey, how can I edit this myself? I wouldn't say, well, you have to pay money for that, blah, blah, blah. No, I just explain it because I don't care. You make your own video. It doesn't really matter, right? And then they found out that editing is pretty hard, or good editing is pretty hard, or it takes a lot of time. So better to pay me for it. And then they value the work better, so they pay me more. And so who doesn't have to beg for more money? Me. And this is all. I notice that I have a lot to say, a lot of different things, but this all comes constantly back to I have to work less for more money, for more results, for whatever. I get better in life. I get a better position in life while having to work less. And it's only because I'm just chill with people. I actually build relationships. The most important thing is relationships, always. And it's pretty logical, because we've always been living in tribes and all that, and everyone is good in something, in something else, and we improve the situation for each other. If you're always on your own, it's kind of a shitty life, right? You always want to share stuff with people. And nowadays, with just video and everyone being locked up inside and video calls and all that stuff, people are really craving for connection. And if you can bring people that connection, if you can actually become friends with people, not try to manipulate them into thinking that you are friends with them and then you backstab them. No, you actually genuinely want to connect with people. What happens? People start to trust you. People start to want to pay you more. And people will probably say that your work is good or good enough quicker than if they don't like you. Like if they already paid you and then you have to do the work and then they start not liking you, they will probably come with a lot of minor details that don't really matter, but they start to be really critical, and then all that stuff happens, and then your life gets shitty because you have to work more for less money because they don't want to pay you more money, and then they don't come back and you have to do the more marketing, so you pay more money and then your life just gets shitty. Whereas you could also just make friends, and you can just chill out and do the work and just get better. I noticed that there are a lot of live streams in this whole topic on its own, so I would love to have conversations with people or whatever. But where I really wanted to go with this live stream, and I want to do these live streams. I want to keep them kind of short, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because we all have too much time spent on YouTube anyway. So I don't want to add to that 2-hour live stream stuff. But the biggest thing that I wanted to give you on this live stream is the fact that you need to work on your relationships. You need to work on your connections. And I know it can be pretty hard. And I had to teach myself as well with doing sales and all that to be better at social dynamics. But a really easy way to get through to people and to get into an inner circle of groups, of communities, of whatever, is by doing the work and then reaching out to people and saying, hey, how can I help you? Instead of asking, hey, how can I get feedback from you? Or can I get feedback from you? Which could be a good question as well first, but I would just say, hey, how can I help you? Like, for example, let's take the example, the Hex community. I know like my audience on YouTube is a little bit mixed. So a lot of people come from the Hex community, which is currently the best cryptocurrency in the entire market. If you don't know about it, go to trickle-media.com, and then I have a free course on the whole crypto space, and also I explain Hex. So check it out, because you will probably be thankful of me saying that right now. But anyway, beginning of this year, I saw the community, and I never saw something like it. I never saw a community that strong in a crypto project or product. And I thought, man, this is powerful, because I understood the power of connection and I understood the power of community. So I saw the community and I thought, man, this coin, this price of that coin is going to skyrocket just because the community alone. I knew the product, but it was only when I saw the community that I thought this price is going to skyrocket like crazy. And yeah, so I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to be part of the community. I already had the coin, so I didn't really care about that. I already was invested in it, but I needed to be part of the community because I understood the power of connections. And so what did I do? I didn't say to people, hey, I want to be on your live stream. Hey, I want to do this. I want. No, there's no way of behaving if you get into a new group. Just imagine going on the street, going to a group of people, and then you tell them, hey, I want $10 from you, or I want a hug, or I want to sleep at your house, or I want to drive in your car. I want to drive on your bike. I don't know. You just go to a random group of people. And you start with I want. It doesn't really work, right? You would never do that. But online, we constantly do that. We constantly say, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this, but I want this. Yeah, no one's going to give it to you if you constantly say, I want this. And the better way to get something is to say, hey, what do you want? I can give it to you. I can get it. What do you want? Or you just start to give. And so I saw the Hex community and I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could be in these live streams of people, of really knowledgeable people that have a lot of influence on the community? Wouldn't it be cool to be part of them? I want to be on those live streams. That's what I thought. How do I get on those live streams? I need to get into contact with any one of the live streamers, because then they will just invite me, right? So what did I do? I watched a lot of live streams. I commented, I liked, I subscribed. I did all the things to support those live streamers. And I started to make different things. I started to make different things in Photoshop, like just random memes, or I just started to joke around, and I just started to slowly get into that community. People started to notice my name constantly, and different memes that I was making, which, by the way, I created the skill of Photoshop just because I wanted to learn a little bit about Photoshop, and I was helping some people with Photoshop, and all of a sudden I had a skill. So now I could use that to get into the community, because pictures are like, what's the word? Pictures just work way better than just normal text, right? There's a reason why there are so many memes. It's because it works better than text. And so I have more power in communities, in social interactions online, because I know how to visually form something instead of just having the capability of writing text, right? Just a side road. But yeah, I just started to do all those things. I started to help people. I started to ask, hey, how can I help you? How can I do this? I started to retweet things. I started to like things, comment, all those things. And all of a sudden, I got into a conversation with Belliot Brand, and I asked him, hey, can I get on your live stream? And he said yes. Partially because it's just a really welcoming community, but also partially because he probably already saw some things of me, and he knew I wouldn't mess up his stream, and he knew that I was okay to have on the stream. So why not, right? Like, the threshold of me getting me on his stream was lower because I already had some kind of rapport with him. I already did some things. And from then, that's like the first contact, right? That's the first contact. You just behave well and you perform. You perform really well. You just show your knowledge and you show your value. And from then on, people like you and you get on a different stream. Like the next day already, I got on Crypto Coffee's stream. And from then on, I just started to get on different streams. I started to still be active, and that's it. And all of a sudden, I was part of the normal streamers, and every week I'm part of a stream now, at least 2. Now, why is that important? Well, you can use that for literally anything. If you need to be better at, I don't know, what I'm doing currently, I'm getting better at 3D modeling and just CG in general, and just visual effects. I don't know anything about it. I know a few people that know about it. And so I talk with those people and I send them my work so they know what I'm doing, so that they like me better, so they give me feedback. But then also they want to help me more because I'm genuinely interested in what they're doing and what I can do better. And every time it's the same process. What I'm trying to explain, it's the same process. You do stuff, then you bring it to the people that matter, and then the people that matter will accept you because you're doing things that are of value. And then once you know those people, you start to bring more value to those people, so they care more about you. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of an entire group dedicated to make themselves better, and you are part of it. So you will get better from that group, and you're part of a group of people that know more than you, of a group that wants to help you get better. And all of a sudden, you don't have to do everything on your own. All of a sudden, you can do anything because you know the people that can do those things. It's easier to earn $1 million if all your friends are millionaires than if all your friends are just sitting on the couch smoking weed constantly, right? It's easier to make $1 million then. And it's with everything, like any skill that you want to do, any business that you want to get off of the ground, and just anything that you want to do, you just find the right people, you provide value to them, and all of a sudden you're part of them. And then there are opportunities that you would never dare to imagine. And all of a sudden you don't have to do shit. Like, I'm just sitting here doing some things. I have some projects going on, but I'm not stressing about anything because I know the people. I know the people and I'm working on my skills. So every time I have a new skill, or I want to have a new skill, I just do the thing. I find out who are the pillar. How would you call that? Like the people that really matter in the community. You could call them the pillars of the community, or the just really important people in a certain community or a certain dynamic. If you become friends with the pillar community members, if you become friends with them, then all of a sudden the whole community is going to like you because you're providing value to everyone. You just improve your reach. It's just interesting stuff. Oh, lol, I haven't even looked at the comments. What's up, people? Thanks for watching. I got 12 people. Look at that. Careful of those closest to you in a world of... Wait, I can put this on, right? Careful of those closest to you in a world of influencers. Some people don't have your best interest at heart, only whatever benefits them. Not many of us operate free from this, only to help others. Yes, that's definitely true. Cool thing is, if you just work on all your skills, and you will find eventually people that do have your best interest in art. So then you just go with them, I guess. Like, this is always going to happen. The only thing you can do is to be really strong, I guess, to get stronger by having better skills. And the more people you know, the easier it becomes to be strong, because again, you can fall back, you can lose your money, you can do the things, but if you get all the people around you, that like the good people will stay anyways. So the bad people will go away eventually, but the good people will stay. So yeah, this is always a thing that I hear a lot, and it's definitely a thing, but I don't really care about it because I know the bad people will go away, and I also have common sense, which is not really that common, I guess, but you can also just sense if people have your best interest in art. And if they don't, you just let them go. Yeah, I don't like people that are leeches. And then a bunch of people saying hi. Welcome, guys. I'm really happy that you're actually watching. It's pretty cool. I really need feedback on Hex related product I'm rolling out, but so far reaching out hasn't worked out. Well, Eric, I haven't seen your profile picture around, and I also haven't seen your name around. Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. I also have no idea what your Hex related product is, so it's pretty hard to. Yeah, he's talking about this. I don't know, dude. Get some people, like, think about your product, think about if it really adds value, and then think about who it would add value to the most, and then just chill with them. Don't come after. Like, I already know now that if you are going to contact me, you're going to pitch me on this product. Like, it doesn't work like that. Why would I? Like, I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. No one wants to deal with that kind of stuff, and that's why I'm saying, get into that community, become friends with those pillar community members, and not because you want to pitch your thing, but because you want to be part of that whole thing. Not because you want to benefit from the community, but because you know you're going to benefit from the community. There's a difference. There's a difference between doing things just so you can get something back and doing things because you know you will get something back. There's a huge difference. And yeah, I'm not here to preach, but that's just what I think immediately when I see stuff like this. It's like, well, I'm not even friends with you. How am I going to trust you then, right? So I don't know, just hang out more in the effing hangout, I guess, or whatever. Provide some value, man. And again, I don't know if you've already done that. It's just what I think right now. Did you pick the country in that has good tax laws on crypto? Well, not yet. I'm working on it. Just looking for some different countries. Maybe I'll just stay in the Netherlands. I don't know, man. But it's a good thing to think about. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Lol. So for for the people that don't know, the Texel, the way you write it, this is called Texel in Dutch, and it's a small island in the Netherlands, and it would be pretty cool if we buy it and we rename it Hexel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. I again, I don't want to make this live stream too long. Yeah, if you want to be on my live stream, welcome. I'm not really doing this for anything. Like, I just want to share with some people my thoughts. And it's kind of nice to have this conversation with people. I have a bunch of stories around this entire thing. I kind of underestimated how long it takes for me to actually explain things of what has happened, but I've gone from not being able to sell anything to people, not even being able to pitch people to buy an electricity contract, to being in the top 5 of salespeople of the Netherlands in that particular company for electricity contracts. I had to do door-to-door sales, and at the beginning, I couldn't even, I could say hi, and then that's it. And at the end of the year, I was of that company, which is national, as a bunch of different what's the word for that? There's a bunch of different locations and hundreds of salespeople. Within a year, I became I think 5th of all the salespeople, and I was just chilling. But I started to understand, hang out with the right people, work on it, skills, all those things. And that's a whole story on its own. I also spent an entire year in 3 different countries on my own, figured stuff out for myself constantly, just get new skills, get new people, get new things. And yeah, you just get really self-reliant once you understand this process, and you don't really care about results anymore, because you know the process is the result in some way. And I know a lot of people could benefit from just watching this and just get your ass up and do something, man. So many people are whining about their situation and not doing shit. And maybe it feels like you're doing stuff, but maybe you're not. I don't know. Yeah. This was the Mark side. And I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, fuck. Bye.